Welcome to the pilot episode of Hot Take, Cold Take. We had such a great response for our reel that we did a week or so ago. It was kind of just something I threw together, and folks really responded to it and really liked it. So we're going to turn this into a series that we do here, and also at Clipboard Corey. If you're into the sports takes, that's what you'll find on that channel. This channel is going to be more political, current events, pop culture sort of thing, kind of catches all the stuff that is not sports stuff. And so if we can get this episode here, if we can get this video to 500 likes, we'll give away one of our Afro Man hoodies or t-shirts. Has the Afro Man with the pick, with the fist, because that's how we get down. So you guys don't forget to like and subscribe here, and also over at Clipboard Corey, like and subscribe to this week's Hot Take, Cold Take over there. You'll have a chance to win one of our Clipboard Nation t-shirts. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get to it. Coming in at number 5 this week, one of my favorite Congress people, AOC. She was approached by a reporter on the street and was being asked about closing the Kennedy Center. Let's see what she says.
Congressman, what do you make of Donald Trump closing the Kennedy Center for 2 years?
Well, I mean, is it renovations or is it that he couldn't fill the seats? You tell me.
Sounds like he couldn't fill the seats.
Sounds like it to me, too.
Sounds like he couldn't fill the seats. AOC, you, of course, had a hot take. There's no reason for this man to close this building down. He's mad because he wanted to put his name on the building, and now that is getting held up. He's mad because a lot of people have backed out. He thought he was just going to come in and everybody was going to flock to the center. That's not. So turns out a lot of these artistic people aren't all about you treating the rest of America like shit. So AOC this week at number 5 with a hot take. Way to go, AOC. Number 4, Jimmy Kimmel roast Linda McMahon. As you know, Linda McMahon, former WWE wife of Vince McMahon and now current Secretary of Education, if you can believe that. And as crazy as that sounds, she's trying to push steak sauce on the country. Let's see what Jimmy's got.
Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon is making a run at the clown crown. She was at an event in San Diego where she made it clear that she has no idea what AI is.
Wasn't all that long ago that is we're going to have internet in our schools. Whoop. Now, okay, let's do CA1 and how can that be helpful?
The woman running the Department of Education is the only person in America who doesn't know about AI. Or maybe she does know. Maybe what she's telling us is the way to better learning is steak sauce.
Here, this is for school.
What in the world?
It's for school. It's supposed to help you.
For school? What am I supposed to do right now?
You and me both, kid. Like, he doesn't know what to do with the steak sauce. He doesn't appear to have a steak in his hand, so I do not think there's anything he's going to be able to do with that. Linda McMahon doesn't know AI. Or maybe she does. Maybe she was just reading a prompter and it looked like a 1 or somebody put in a 1. But right now, she's looking foolish. Jimmy Kimmel, let's go. Hot take. So rounding out the top 3 this week are 2 takes from the Orange in Chief himself. 2 is just him being his usual self, and 1 is in response to number 2. So for number 3, we're talking about the blatantly racist meme that went up about Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. So this incident, if you're not familiar with it, you've been living under a rock, but so a meme got posted to his Truth Social account. And at the end of this video, it has a depiction of Barack and Michelle Obama as apes. And then his whole contingency, his whole crew was trying to say, oh, that's from The Lion King. But as someone who has seen The Lion King probably literally hundreds of times, there are no apes in The Lion King. They put them on apes on purpose to be assholes. They did take the post down, But let's see if Trump wants to apologize. Let's see what he says. Here's his take on his apology.
You took down earlier today. The White House says that a staffer sent it. Who sent it, and are you going to fire them?
I looked at it. I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There was a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud, and I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. We took it down as soon as we found out about it.
So that right there, we know is a cold take. We're not even going to play around with it. But here's the issues I have with this, right? So an account that has his name on it, he claims he didn't watch an entire minute-long video. So here's my issue. If the president of the United States does not have an attention span that will allow him to watch a whole video that is about a minute long, we may have bigger problems ahead of us as it relates to him. We've already had a lot of problems, but we're going to have more. And then for you to say that nobody saw this, so you mean to tell me all the people in your circle, all the people that assist you doing whatever it is they do with you, nobody looked at this whole video? That there is bullshit. And if you don't think it's bullshit, I have some beachfront property in Asheville, North Carolina you may want to take a look at. So that is a cold take. I can't believe that, and I can, because that's kind of where America's headed. But in my brain, I don't want to believe that we would be sitting here talking about the president of the United States, someone who is supposed to be a galvanizing figure, posting a racist meme about a former president who gave a large part of your population hope. The first time we looked at the White House and said, hey, I can be that too. All because he wants to post something about voter fraud in an election that was 4 years ago. Fucking let it go, man. Just let it go. You lost. I think the thing that sticks in his craw is that he lost to someone he feels he shouldn't have lost to, but he did. He did. It's time to move past it. So, definite cold take for the POTUS on his non-apology because he did nothing wrong. All right. As John Oliver would say, moving on. Number 2. And now at number 2, big news this week was, of course, Bad Bunny and his performance at the Super Bowl. Everybody had one take or the other, but our commander-in-chief, the POTUS himself, the orange orangutan in charge of the country, had something particular to say. Let's hear what he has to say about Bad Bunny.
I never heard of him. I don't know who he is. I don't know why they're doing it. It's like crazy. And then they blame it on some promoter that they hired to pick up entertainment. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And
so I would like to point out that both of the people claiming they don't know who Bad Bunny is we know Donald Trump's like 79 and that other fella looks really old also. So my odds or my bets would be against the 79-year-old white guy knowing who Bad Bunny is. I'm not trying to say they all don't, but I'm trying to say the ones that say they don't understand are the same ones that have been partying to like the Macarena for like 200 years now, despite the fact that song is about a whore. So you don't know what they're saying. You're just mad because he's not American. He speaks Spanish, he's not American. Well, Puerto Rico is American. It's an American territory. Donald Trump, you should remember when there was a hurricane there in your first term, you went down there to throw out rolls of Bounty paper towel, looking like a jackass then, looking like a jackass now. Donald Trump, that is a cold take. Cold take, Donald Trump. Fucking do better, man. All right. So this last take, number one on my list for this pilot episode of Hot Take, Cold Take on YouTube, is an image from the Super Bowl. Like above the stadium while he was performing, Benito, Bad Bunny had this sign that said, "The only thing more powerful than hate is love," because that is the message he is trying to convey. You can listen to him for 15, 20 minutes. The stadium was live. The folks that were there loved it. There was energy. He was telling a story. I've seen all these videos, and maybe we'll do one too with all the subtext of the meaning behind all the imagery in his performance. But that sign, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. If we don't start healing together, then we are going to fall apart. What happened in this country, we do this weird thing, but it's an awesome thing. After a tragedy, we always come together. Like after 9/11, I had never seen this country more united. People didn't give a fuck, Republican or Democrat. Like we were all Americans and we were all suffering together. Where is that America? It didn't just go away. It was driven into the shadows by our current president and our 45th president. He drove it into the shadows because he fear mongers and he hate mongers. And until we start loving each other again, we're just going to be on this big carousel going round and round. Shit's never going to get better. Every day is going to be a little dimmer till one day we wake up and we're all in total darkness. That's my take. We'll see you guys next week with Hot Take, Cold Take. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.